So when it comes to engraving keys, I recently did a video on the Triton Plus here, engraving some text. And so many of you asked to see the logo feature. So here we go. Now, you know, the interesting thing about using the logo feature and seeing how it all kind of comes together here, I want to give a real world example. You know, let's not give the Triton some softball pitches. I mean, let's throw some at the plate. I went to the CLKsupplies website. I took our tiny little logo up there in the left corner, and I actually just took a screenshot of it, all right? And then I put it on a USB stick. So, you know, this logo has a couple different colors in it. It's small, it has text, pretty much everything that you don't want when you're going to be engraving a small logo. So it'll be exciting to see how it turns out. But there's a few little basic instructions you need to follow, okay? Of course, you want to have the most high quality image as you can, preferably one color and not blurry, okay? Now, with that all being said, in the real world, sometimes the logo you deal with is not gonna be any of those things, which is why we're doing this. Second, on your USB drive, you know, it actually took me a while to find one of those, but I did. And is what you wanna do is you wanna create a file called logo image, just one word, logo image. It's gonna be critical when you go to the machine, okay? Because it's only gonna look at a file that's called logo image. So go ahead, create the file, and then take the logo that you wanna engrave on it, in this case, the CLK logo, and we're gonna put it in that folder, and then we're gonna take it to the machine in here a second. Now, truthfully, my expectations aren't incredibly high. Okay, this isn't a laser engraver, even though it's kind of known as a laser machine, right? So it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Let's go ahead and have some fun. So now that we have the image we want to engrave onto the USB stick, we're gonna go ahead and stick it into the back of the machine. Then we're gonna go to engraving. Now, I'm gonna be using a neuter bow key, as you can see in the machine there. And now we're gonna go ahead and hit measure, right? Just like if we were doing text, because we need to know what type of area we're gonna be working with. Okay, that's where that nice little pink box is. Of course, we have to actually look at the key itself to see where we want to put it. Now, this is where you want to always make sure, right, that the file name on the USB stick is logo image. I went ahead and named the picture that as well. So now that we have that loaded in there, we're going to go ahead and hit OK. Oops, I guess we have to select it, then hit OK. Okay, so now it's here. I'm gonna use my fingers, kind of drag it up. Now, when I'm looking at the key, I think I kind of want the top of it to be right about the 1, maybe a little over. So I'm actually pretty close there. Let's go ahead and just move it up. Yeah, right there. How about that? All right, so that's where we're gonna be cutting it. Now, of course, this is really small. This is just our CLK logo I copied off our website. So it's pretty low quality of an image as it sits here, right? Which is gonna be kind of the fun. I wanna see that small detail and what it looks like. So now that we have it there, and we have our engraving bit installed, I'm gonna go ahead and hit cut. All right, so the key is done, and let's take a look. All right, did a pretty good job. I'll give you a close-up here, and you can take a look. Well, there you have it. That's what it looks like. Honestly, it looks right about what I was thinking it was going to look. Okay, listen, that's small, that little text, that CLKsupplies text. We, of course, wish it looked a little better, right? But it's not bad. So I'm glad I could kind of push the limits a little bit to see, so you could see exactly what to expect in the real world if you want to do an image. So make sure, if you're going to do an image, try to make sure you have it one color, you make it nice and crystal clear, and you make it as big as possible on the key as you can to let the cutter get as much detail as possible. But of course, I want to know what you think of the Triton Plus when it comes to engraving little tiny images on the internet. Now, of course, like I said, I wanted to throw this thing some hard pitches, okay? We didn't want to just put some easy logo that would just look absolutely beautiful. We want to keep it real here. Hey, congratulations, you've made it to the end of the video. You probably deserve a medal, maybe a plaque, but hey, I wanna make sure that when you're commenting that you're including the hashtag LockBoss. When you do, you automatically get entered in to win one of 5 free prizes we're giving away each week here live on YouTube on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. We'll see you in the comments.